All right, guys, just checking in with you. This is Eric, the OBX picker. This is Tuesday, day after President's Day. So a long weekend as far as sales with no shipping. I did ship out on Saturday. So everything I had up until about 10 o'clock went out. So Friday, all day sales, and then Friday night sales, Saturday morning sales all went out. At the end of this video, I'll give you the breakdown, actual numbers, what we did for the weekend, and then obviously the bonus day of Monday sales as well would be added in that. So, but we'll take a look at what sold. First up is this Sony Walkman Sports. I sold this for $27.90 plus shipping on top. I actually got this unit for $4 at the thrift store. So nice little flip. I like the old Sony stuff. It's pretty neat to find that. This Grand Theft Auto, it's going out. This is actually still sealed in the pack, $13.90. That'll be going out, free shipping. And then we have a rare find for me, ink that actually has everything in it. These are the Tri-Pack 96, HP 96. Sold this for $37.50 plus shipping, and it actually sold super quick. This expired back in July 12th, or July 2012. So make sure if you're selling old ink that you do put that in the listing. Make life easier on you later on. The next item I sold was a little Sony Walkman. This is the AM/FM radio with weather. This thing is a great find for me. I picked all these up for, oh, sorry. Picked all those up for $1.50, and they actually have, let me see. They actually have the AM/FM setting on them. They don't include anything. And actually, I'd put in my listing that someone had took all the clips off these and replaced it with Velcro. I guess they were like sticking it up on their chest or something. But anyway, these sold for, I have them listed for $26.50 plus free shipping. So those went out like that. And then next up, we have Scrub Season 1. I'd picked this up, man, I have the dropsies today. I'd picked this up in a quarter bin of DVDs at one of my local thrifts. Had a lot of DVDs come in at once, so they just put a quarter on each one. So I found that in the quarter thrift. That's $6 free ship. So not a huge item, just a small item. And then I also got these J&M shoe trees. These things were, I think they were all listed for $2 a piece, and I actually got a whole bunch of them, maybe about 15 or 20, just different brands. Some of them are more valuable than other ones. I got 3 of the Nordstroms. Those sell for a little bit more. These went out for $9.50 plus shipping on top. These are actually, if you haven't seen shoe trees before, they just, you can push them in and put them in your shoe, and they just keep it stretched out. This is an interesting one because it actually has kind of more of the dress shoe form on it. So if you see those, they're generally, they're listed as vintage because they are older. This is the XL size. So those two are going out, a pair of them at $9.50 plus shipping on top. And then we have PlayStation 2 007 going out. This is $4.50 plus shipping going out, and I believe I picked that up for $1. Usually that's what I pay for the PlayStation 2 games. Let's see what we got up next. This Billabong hat. I picked this up actually out of the bin at my local Goodwill, and I found that day I actually found several hats that were new that had stickers and tags in them. So this Billabong hat went out for $12.99 free shipping. So pretty good flip on that. And if you watched my video before, I actually made a big video game console buy recently. This was included in that buy. This went out for $39.95 free ship. This is the Game Boy Advance. Nothing super special about this guy. It's the indigo color purple. So that thing went out. It tested and out and does work. I've got also this thing going out. Found this at my local thrift for $5. This is bread maker, and it still had the instructions and everything inside, so it's never been used. It's new open box, like new without box. It actually, so that thing went out $65, free shipping. Then last up, I got a couple video game systems. Black Wii going out. This went out for $40.95 plus shipping on top, or shipping added to it. And then also out of that video game buy, also had an N64 go out. Both of those units came complete with cables, and the N64 went out for $59 plus shipping. So I'm gonna do some figuring on what we did over the weekend, where we're at profit wise. I'll also give you an update on the video game purchase and let you know where we're at on that. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, just doing a little update on the weekend sales to add to this video that I've told you I promised I'd show you the details. So I'm going to do that, the weekend's profits, costs of goods, the whole bit. All right, guys, so I had said that I would share this past weekend, long weekend, Friday through Monday's sales. I've listed most of them on this video. Sold 16 listings for $649.22 gross profit. On that, I had $149.60, which is 23%, was in taxes, shipping, PayPal, and eBay fees. The taxes are the taxes that eBay charges to the buyer. So when you look that up, once again, 16 listings. The net before cost of goods was $499.62. The net profit on those items was $31.23. I had an $80 cost of goods. That's a rough estimate. Some of those things I'd got in a bulk buy. So some of those things I'm actually into pure profit at this point. But I would, guesstimate around a $80 cost of goods for a total net of $419.62 net profit. So not a bad day. Basically you're talking $100 net profit every day over the weekend. So for me, that's a decent return. I'd obviously love to have it more, but just give you an idea where I was at on these listings. That being said, like I said in the past, some of those were purely profit items. They've already been. All right, guys, just turning back to that video, just kind of closing this thing out. Basically, like I'd said, around $100 a day net profit after everything's said and done. I have noticed an uptick in my eBay sales since I've hit the 500 listing mark. Definitely a little bit more consistent sales. I'm going to be adding another video for Tuesday's sales, Tuesday/beginning of Wednesday sales. That we already had 6 items sell. So around about, around the 1% mark is what I'm seeing as far as daily items being sold. If I looked at the average, we're right around 4 items a day, pretty much average, being sold since I hit the 500 listing mark. I know, like everybody, everybody looks for a formula. Like that formula is honestly consistency. That's what I'm finding in eBay. Is the more consistent I am listing products, the more consistent I am sourcing good products that will sell, then I'm seeing more consistent sales. I have seen, like I said, had a little uptick on that. So I just see, like a lot of people always say, obviously you kind of the no-brainer is the more items you have listed, the more sales you get. That's kind of self-explanatory. The more items you have in a store, the more likely you are to sell something. But you know, there are other factors obviously involved. If you don't take any time with your listing, take real sloppy pictures, don't do very good descriptions, there's some things that can happen on the back end. You know, obviously if you're not listing items properly, you can get returns where people are saying item not as described, or you know, you may have things where you hadn't showed flaws in your pictures that you should have listed and said, hey, this item's flawed, it's got this scratch on it, or it's got this imperfection. And obviously protecting yourself is a good thing to do, but listing is consistently definitely helps with sales. Getting your store to certain levels and maintaining those levels or growing those levels obviously is going to continue to grow sales. The guys that I seem to be doing the most on eBay obviously are the guys that are a little bit more consistent with listing quality products and keeping your store at certain levels. Obviously there are guys on YouTube that are benefiting from viewer sales, and you know, some people say that's not a big deal, but you know, 4 or 5% on the low end, or you know, there's some guys I see about a third of what they sell is to viewers. So the way I look at it, the more eyes you get on your items, the more likely they are to sell, just like everything else. That's why advertisers pay so much money, is to get more eyes on their products. So there definitely, I could see a benefit to that as well. But like I said, as far as most of us, like myself, I don't have a huge YouTube following at this point. I'm just kind of getting started with the YouTube, just using it to document and hopefully help some newer resellers like myself, just to be encouraged and to see that you can turn a profit with eBay if you're consistent with it. And the more you're consistent, the more you kind of, almost like a snowball, it starts to grow and get bigger. The more you put into it, the more time and energy you put into it, the more products that you have listed in your store. Like most people say, nothing sells if it ain't listed. No one's gonna come to your house and say, hey, let me look in your death pile here, and hey, I wanted that item. So for me, it's just a matter of being consistent. It's what I'm seeing, and like I've repeated over and over in this video, consistency is key. But thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel, which I always joke and say, if you're watching this, you are new to the channel, because I just kind of got started with the YouTube thing, so everything is new at this point. But I do thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. If you have any comments on the video, any suggestions, I'm open to hear those. And hopefully you guys have a great day. Good luck with your reselling if that's what you're here for. And if you're just watching the video, I do appreciate that as well. Have a great day.